And joining us now here on ESPN Radio and ESPNU, Joey Chestnut, 16-time Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest champion. He's got Chestnut versus Kobayashi, Unfinished Beef. It'll stream live on Netflix Monday, September 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern, and he joins us here on Unsportsmanlike. Joey, we must start with why this is actually taking place, because there has been an amazing amount of news surrounding you and your great endorsement deals that you have, and then what got us to this place. Give us a timeline and an explanation as to how this all happened here.
Oh yeah, so this has been in the works for a couple of years, and it's not really in response to anything, to not being able to compete on the 4th of July this year. This is yeah, we me and Kobayashi, our teams have been talking to Netflix, and dude, Netflix put it together, and because Kobayashi, we really don't communicate, me and Kobayashi, which is all right. It's kind of been a bummer that we haven't been able to compete, but thankfully Netflix, they reached out and they were like, let's get this done, and it came together, and now they're literally the best in the world ever are competing, first time in 14 years.
Joey, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be so fun to watch. And I was reading about it last night, and you were quoted as saying that Kobayashi, in all your years of competitive eating, has been your fiercest rival. So give us a scouting report on your rival. What makes Kobayashi such a fierce competitor?
Oh, so I do tons of contests, and every time me and Kobayashi in the past would compete, we'd make new records, and we'd push each other to crazy limits, and he'd beat me. Dude, yeah, if I have any kind of bad day, I lose to him, and so there's where other eaters that if I can still pull it out, I can usually grind and get out the win, even if I'm having a bad day. But Kobayashi, he makes me my best, and I'm excited. I'm nervous. I haven't been this nervous in a long time, and
Wow.
I feel like a kid. So it's like, yeah, I yeah, this is what competition's about. It's pushing yourself to your best.
Joey, how do you prepare for this? Like, what do you do to get ready for this contest on September 2nd?
Oh, baby, I have to eat. Competitive eaters, we eat, and it's this weird double-edged sword. If I eat too, I have to wait after my practices to get back to my normal weight in order to do another practice. And if I don't wait, then I start gaining weight, and then I start slowing down. I can't control my breathing. So it's a lot of when I was younger, I used to be able to practice every 4, maybe 5 days. Now it takes a little bit longer to recover. So it's every 6 or 7 days. And before every practice, there's a cleanse. After every practice, there's eating super high fiber. I want just a super low carb diet, because if I eat any sugar, that's when the weight really stays on me. So it's after every practice, I'm just I have to I love to eat, so I have to have a lot of discipline in order to, because even if like I yeah, 3 days after the contest or after my practice, I still have to eat healthy. Otherwise, that weight will really stay on me, and I have to really control it.
So you have to be very disciplined in your regimen here. And I'm sure that extends to game day as well. So what's it like the morning of your competition? How do you prepare your body to get ready to go out there and competitive eat?
It's there's a lot. There's more than one thing. I go in empty after doing a cleanse for about a day and a half, and morning of, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Doing yoga, stretching, burping exercises, and making sure that everything I can suck in my stomach and say, oh yeah, there's room for 20 pounds of food, and I'm convincing myself that all right, it's okay. My body's gonna say that it's full. Like no, no, I know I'm not full. I know what I'm capable of, and that whole morning I'm just going into just machine mode. And it's find my rhythm when the contest starts, and just don't stop until it's done.
We're talking with Joey Chestnut. Chestnut versus Kobayashi. Unfinished Beef. It'll stream live on Netflix September 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, a few quick hitters for you here. Is there a food you will not eat as part of a competition? There's no amount of money, no amount of prestige that you would say, I will not do this. I will not eat that.
Well, I won't do anything that's really, really weird. All right. Like there's been a couple of people wanted me to do a butter eating contest, but I'll do a weird food, like I did cow brain tacos, and the recipe was like a really good recipe. They were like seared and they tasted pretty good, but they looked like brains, and I
Ooh.
had to pretty much eat them with my eyes closed. But yeah, it the what I'm not really worried about like weird things as much as like foods that I like, and they do a bad job with them. I remember one time I did a crab cake eating contest, and I love crab cakes. But when I got on stage, everybody was like, "Wow, it smells like fish up here," and everybody ended up getting sick. It was the only time that it ruined crab cakes for like three years. I couldn't eat crab cakes because
Wow.
during the contest I'd eat really bad ones. So but I'm back to eating crab cakes. And
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
Good to
Nice.
so
hear.
so
Good to hear.
I really try. I've been really lucky. Usually sponsors do a really good job at providing good food.
If you and your friends or family are going out to eat, what type of cuisine are you picking? If it's up to you.
Oh, I get cravings, and it's never just one food. I'm across the board. Sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's ribs. Good barbecue. It's on my mind right now. Dude, good Mexican food. I moved to Indiana from California 2 years ago, and I do miss California's Mexican food. So yeah, that's I'm craving that right now. But yeah, I love to eat, and there's nothing better than getting a craving and be able to fill that craving.
When's the last time that you ate a hot dog leisurely? Like if you're at a baseball game or you're at a barbecue and hot dogs are on the menu, do you ever just say, "Yeah, I'm just going to have one. I'm just going to have a hot dog for fun," or do you look at that specifically as part of your craft?
No, no, I love it. I love it, and I went to two baseball games right after, yeah, in July, and all right, I didn't have one. I had a couple, but I still love them, and it's what it's like a runner. Do they really get tired of running? They enjoy everything about it. They enjoy the pain, but they like getting breaking into their stride, and I still love the taste of a hot dog. My body knows how to digest them easily. It's like they belong in me, and 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 dude, just a couple more days, and I'm gonna turn it on. Hopefully, get a new record, and me and Kobayashi are gonna be we're gonna be pushing hard.
It's a beautiful relationship, you and hot dogs. But Joey, I read that Kobayashi has estimated that he's ingested about 10,000 hot dogs throughout his career. And I was very curious if you kept a similar captain's log. Do you know, ballpark, how many hot dogs you've eaten throughout your career?
Hot dog log. Yeah, it's definitely every year. When I'm practicing, it's right around 800 or 900 hot dogs that year. Yeah, 16. Yeah, well, dude, I'm over 10,000. He's taking a little bit of a break,
Yes.
so he's he's a wild card. It's like a lot of contests I go in knowing what my competitors are capable of, and this contest is it's funny and it's scary at the same time.
Chestnut versus Kobayashi, Unfinished Beef, streamed live on Netflix September 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern. Joey Chestnut joining us right now here on Unsportsmanlike, along with Michelle Smallmon, Evan Cohen with you. When you're done with the contest that day, will you eat dinner that night?
Probably that night, probably at 9 or 10 p.m. I'm gonna wake up, and even if I'm not hungry, I'll have some sort of salad, lemon vinaigrette dressing. It's something really light. I just want, even if it's something, and maybe if I'm having a lot of acid, sometimes I'll have yogurt. But even if I'm not hungry, I'm trying to keep things moving without getting graphic. Usually, like, I'm really excited. This contest is gonna be inside. Sometimes we're outside eating. And I only really these days I only get sick if there's something wrong. If I'm like dehydrated from the heat or actually heat stroke. But this one should be good. I should be feeling pretty good pretty quickly after it.
Joey, what does your doctor say to you? When you meet with like when you go for a checkup and your doctor
What
asks you those questions, what does that person say to you about your
what
health?
what doesn't he say to me? No, I have an awesome doctor, Dr. Williams. Thank you for everything. No, he's I have a great relationship with him. He does my blood work every 3 or 4 months, and he's on top of me when I'm gaining weight, and he's letting me know that I can't gain 30 pounds in a month like I used to, and there's going to be consequences if I really don't have the discipline to control my diet. So he's on top of me, and making sure that he dude, not too long ago he did the scope on both ends, He said everything's looking good, and
Nice.
I can keep doing it.
I've always found with Joey Chestnut, one of the most amazing things about you, the greatest of all time at competitive eating, is that you clearly look like you're in good shape, which is just
Yep.
an amazing thing as part of this. Joey, tell everybody again why they need to tune in September 2nd, 3 p.m. Eastern. Chestnut versus Kobayashi, unfinished beef, Netflix. Tell everybody why they need to watch.
Oh, this is the rivalry. It's the best two best eaters in the world ever, pretty much. It's and it's going to be intense. We're going to be pushing each other to our limits, and hopefully, even if this guy, even no matter what, I'm going to give him a big sweaty hug afterwards, and because we haven't talked really in years and years, and I'm excited.
Well, best of luck. Thank you so much for a couple of minutes, and we appreciate you joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, there's Joey Chestnut joining us here on Unsportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance. Unfinished beef, Netflix, September 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern. I've always wondered if you eat dinner that night. And I'll tell you why. Thanksgiving, if you eat at like 2, I still need to eat dinner. Like I have
You do?
I have my like regimented is maybe strong. I have my times that I eat, right? Like 7:15 a.m. Eastern, noon Eastern.
Yeah, but Thanksgiving's an outlier.
I know, but just because you're eating in between doesn't mean you don't have dinner or lunch or breakfast.
We usually do Thanksgiving dinner around 3 or 4. So it satisfies, it's not brunch, breakfast, and lunch. It's like dinner, lunch, and dinner. It satisfies both.
I still need to eat a full meal. What amazed you most about what he just said?
Well, I just did the math quickly. He said about 16 years, 800 hot dogs. It's almost 13,000 hot dogs in his competitive career, not to mention the one that he has leisurely at baseball games and barbecues. I don't think that most of us will ever eat one thing that many times in our lives.
I think that's a safe bet.